head big as fuck though.
That's okay. All right, you ready?
Yeah.
All right, I'll do the introduction. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Late Night of Rebel. That's me, your host, That One Rebel. We're going to be having our special guest here, Graelyth. Welcome. Welcome to my show, man.
Hey,
Hey, man.
how's it going?
So, for those who don't know, who are you, man? Like, who is Graelyth?
Uh, um, let's see. I make avatars. Some
Yes.
are more, how do you put it?
Memes.
Recognizable.
Recognizable, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, sure, sure. I'm a student in 3D art and animation,
Wow, just like me.
so that's pretty neat. Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm
Are you
like,
actually? Did you just
yeah,
start?
I'm 3D animation and character design. So, but the sad part is I don't know how to draw, so I'm learning how to draw and learning how to do
I
everything
don't know how to
while in
draw either.
class. So, but they're teaching it like there's some things that I know like quite well, like because a lot of them have to do like pre-production, like storyboarding and stuff, and like video editing, and I already know how to do all that stuff. So I'm kind of
hmm
ahead of the curve on certain things. Like none of
Yeah.
them have VR or really any experience of mocap, but I do. So like there's definitely some things I have more of a you know what do you want to call it like
hmm
advantage in. But some of them are way better artists than me, like a
Yeah.
drawing or whatever. So
Yeah. Same for me, actually.
so how
A
many
lot of people in my class who
know how to draw?
struggle with the 3D,
Oh yeah.
but are really good 2D artists.
Yeah, that's the majority of my class. Well, it's because you had to have a 2 or 3 year college degree before entering this program. So I took interactive media design, which is website
Mm.
development. So making websites, like
Oh.
coding and designing. I was never really a coder. I was more of a designer, like doing Photoshop and Illustrator. So I was a lot better at that. And then I did motion design, which
hmm
is like just very simple render of like a car or making little things move or whatever. That was me. And then I got my degree, and I was just like, I don't really want to make websites because like most people just use what's it, WordPress and Webpix or where the hell it is, like free shit. Like they're gonna pay me
hmm
hundreds of dollars when you can
Yeah.
just make something for free. It's really annoying. It's really competitive unless you're really good at making websites. So I decided to take 3D animation instead and go into game design. So,
Okay. Cool.
but yeah,
Oh,
obviously this is more about you. So I have a lot of questions, obviously. You know,
hmm
let's get right into it. So obviously, I would say most people probably know you from like Meme Factor. Would you say that?
Yeah, and I get recognized a lot because of the Halo video,
Yeah.
like yeah, that animation. Um, and maybe a couple people from back when I used to hang out with more of the streamers, like early
Mhm.
days.
Yeah,
So
because you were one of the guys that like actually knew how to do animations. Because everyone else is just like, "Wow, I can pull out a gun," and you're like, "Nah, dude, look at this animation." And you just like blew up the world, guy at night or something. Hey, that's what it was like in the back in the day. But I get what you mean. And
yeah, I
there is,
remember. All I had to do was throw um like a knuckles on a particle, and the whole lobby would freak the fuck out. Like,
yeah.
oh shit, how do you do that?
Nowadays it's like the expectations are too high, or it's just because
Yeah.
um like every time this game updates it breaks things. But I want to go back to like the meme factor. So how did that start? Was it just you and Zombie and Jesse and
Um. Yeah, I did that. So we like when I first started playing,
mhm
um, like straight off the bat, made a bunch of nice friends.
mhm
And we just wanted to start a Discord. So I made like Nemus Deletus. It was originally just like a little like friend group Discord. Eventually we started like inviting more and more people who we didn't necessarily like know like too personally. We just, wanted to grow the Discord.
Mm-hmm.
Um and eventually I don't remember who like originally had the idea. Um but it was if I'd like have to say exactly who it was, probably be like Jesse,
Mm-hmm.
uh either like some combination Jesse Marshbagel, me, uh maybe Jakobsen.
Yeah.
Um Eventually like Colin like more of a like lead role kind of like with the introductions, stuff like that. Um the first one though, we were kind of lucky to just like get into contact with both Breck and James.
Mm-hmm.
Like we just happened to have the connections at the time, and we thought it'd be fun to have those like have like it felt kind of I don't know, flat if we just held the competitions on our own. Like we could record them, but
Yeah, it's more
thought it'd be
fulfilling.
nice for it to like reach a wider audience,
Yeah.
especially if you're working on something for so many hours. Um, you'd want as many people to see it, right?
Yeah, I get what you mean. Like, this is something I've talked to other interview guests about. This is why I wanted to bring you on specifically, is because, so
Mm-hmm.
VRChat is a game where you can build anything, right? You build your own avatars, you build your animations, or you build worlds, right? But for the most part, I feel like VRChat is lacking in the incentive to actually do things in this game. I feel like obviously avatars, you can sell avatars, right? You can sell worlds, but a lot of
Mm-hmm.
animations. Sorry, I like stuttered. Fuck. And then I feel like VRChat devs don't have like a really big incentive to encourage that type of behavior, because right, like you said it yourself, like it was such a much more rewarding thing to have streamers such as James and
Mm-hmm.
Drekwiz showcase it, and you have a much bigger audience. And obviously, your Halo animation went on live stream fails. It got like it blew up, and then also like got posted to YouTube. So like both those things were like reach a much larger audience than you probably ever would have thought of. And I
Mm-hmm.
feel like that's kind of sad because that only happened because of streamers, because someone clipped it, because someone posted it. It wasn't because of VRChat advertising it, right? I feel like
Yeah.
VRChat should look at these moments and look at these things and be like, hey, we should have an avatar contest. Hey, let's have an animation contest. First place gets $1,000, something like that. Would that not make you happy? And be like, hey, I'll make an animation to work a month on it. Maybe I'll win. That gives more incentive to give players that actually build stuff in this game. Because I feel like right now you just do memes and shit for shits and giggles, and you just
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think they've had a few like official Avatar contests, but I don't know if they've ever really talked about any sort of animation
well,
contest or
they did
anything
one for the
similar.
Quest avatars, but I don't even know what. I don't know anyone that even entered for that, and I don't even know what the
Yeah, only
reward
ones I
was.
remember were there were like I think there's a Halloween one
Yeah,
soon.
that's
There
happening
was the
this
one I
year.
remember from last year.
Well, I mean, the
Yeah.
Halloween thing just got announced yesterday, and the reward is like for I
Mm.
think for first place. If I maybe I'm wrong, but I swear to God I read it and it said first place was just a $50 coupon gift card. So imagine
Yeah, I
spending.
think that's what it was last time.
Uh, come
To the
on.
store, the VR chat store.
Yeah. For the VRChat store, I'm gonna spend 100
Yeah,
hours on an
buy that
animation to
merch.
get $50 in their merch store. Come on, like it's sad. That's why a few times with other interviews I mentioned Drek was doing like he did like a world contest. He put up $700 of his own money to give people in VR chat because
Yeah,
he held his own
yeah,
contest.
I
He said,
remember that.
"Hey, here's $700," or that's what the top prize was, or I
Mhm.
don't know if it was like 400 or whatever. Whoever got first place, but like it gave people incentive, and people made like 20 worlds within like a month or two of his contest, and people actually went above and beyond to make cool
Hmm.
stuff because there's money on the line. Because I
Yeah.
feel like money is a big incentive, obviously, right? Everyone wants to get paid for something, and obviously people who put in time and effort into something deserve to be
Hmm.
rewarded. And I feel like VR chat should have a contest every 2 or 3 months, or every season, every 3 months they should have a contest and be like, hey, we'll have an avatar contest, we'll have an animation contest, and a world contest, and just you know, I'm sure they can spare $1,000 or $2,000 out of their budget if they got $10 million just like a month ago.
Yeah.
I'm sure they can afford that. So I just think it's a bit.
Yeah, that would be great.
I just think it's a bit weird how this game is all about creating stuff, but there's no incentive to do that unless it's just for yourself or a pet project.
Yeah, and that's another. So, like recently, have you seen the flying avatars floating around?
Yeah, they got patched out yesterday.
Yeah. So, yeah, so like the trend lately over the last like year, or really like 2 years, even if you stretch it out, like the incentive has been more, well, like completely 100% on worlds. No real features have been added to like avatar creation. The only things that like are like noteworthy at all are the is like IK follower, which is sort of like rigid bodies. Um,
Yeah, that's about it, man.
so that
You
kind of works. You can use it for some things, like, but eh.
what
And
what's
then the whole like UI for checking your statistics,
yeah.
and then worlds have just gotten everything
Yeah, I
wrong.
feel like what's an update in 2019 that actually was good?
Um, 2019.
I
Um,
yeah.
it's hard. It's hard to think of them because like it really feels like you're being spoon fed. Like when something good actually comes out, it's like it's something we've been asking for a long time, or it's like something for
I feel like
uh
a lot of
like
updates.
the safety system.
Yeah, like
That was a really good update,
yeah, but I think
but
that
it
was
was kind of like
2018,
duh.
wasn't that? So I'm the
That
reason
was
why
2018. No,
the
yeah,
the
that's been a while.
the reason why I said 2019 is because every time I feel like an update comes out for this game, it actually just patches something. Like it just patched out the jetpack avatars. Like I feel like why would they remove that? Like what?
Yeah.
So
Oh
someone's
yeah,
gonna
I forgot to mention that.
what? Like someone's gonna fly through the map? Who cares if someone ruins their experience? Wow, they
So
ruined a horror map. Like okay,
yeah, I know all the people that like kind of like were behind all that and have talked to the devs and have showed them all the cool things you can do with it, whatever. Like um, uh, the guy actually who found it, patched it out. He's seen it and he likes it. Ewan, I don't know if you met him. But they're so from what I understand, they're more interested in at least just for this like this flying mechanic. That they're more interested in implementing their own version of it later down the line, and then just like
damn
patching it out
dude,
now.
damn
Uh,
dude.
but like obviously, I'd rather they
Oh my
leave stuff like that in.
god. What?
And they also said, um, their main reasons for getting rid of it for was so I think on the McCanny post about the whole chair thing, that it was for so world creators could have more control over like well like because the whole flying system you can no clip, you
Yeah,
just go through
essentially you can just
gliders.
cheat in
But
massive worlds. Yeah.
yeah, but with the ERC triggers, you can still be affected by them while you're in the chair. So you can just like not allow people outside the map. You can set up boundaries that uh, teleport them back in, or
Yeah.
whatever. However else you'd
Yeah.
like to deal with that. So it's not like necessarily like a brick wall. It's just like breaking people's maps because of this little flying thing. Also, most people like who would cheat the map like that aren't there to enjoy the map.
Exactly. That was my point. Like I don't know. It's so dumb. When you said like, oh, they're gonna implement their own flying thing, come on, man. Like that's just a lame ass excuse. Like, when chairs were first introduced, they patched it out because they accidentally added it. But like when chairs first came out, so many people made so many cool,
Hmm.
like cars and like just cool
Yeah.
stuff with it, and they patched it out and it came back like a year later. And I don't know. That just means they're limiting your creativity. Because I as a world creator, I made very simple worlds. I'm not like advanced, making all this cool, crazy stuff. But like even just basic stuff, like having markers and stuff like that. Like I asked them, I'm like, every marker in this game is trash
Hmm.
except for your markers. Can we have your markers or like a form of it? They're like, nope, wait for Udon. That's what I was told every single time. A lot of stuff is just like wait for the devs to approve it. What's the point, man? If this game allows you to do anything, but you're being restricted because oh, if you do that, it's against the rules. That's a custom script. Like what? Then what am I doing here then? Like
No fun allowed.
yeah, no fun allowed. Fun police, man. That's so dumb. Like I felt like when the cameras first came out, it's the same thing. So what I mean was just before the cameras came out, which is last year, 2018, so around like March of 2018, there's
Hmm.
people that had avatars that had a custom script that allowed them to see their own avatar, like like for like streaming, so like they could, like it was like the bottom right of the screen, like dancers had it, so you could see their avatar, just like the camera system
Hmm.
right now. That was the thing that was made by somebody, I don't know who, but someone implemented that on people's avatars. And then the devs stepped in and said, you cannot have that. That's a custom script. If you have that, you're going to get banned. And then literally not even like a couple weeks later, they released the camera system. So like,
Yeah.
what does that mean? Does that mean they just took that person's idea and just implemented it legitimately? Like, what? Like, I don't know. That just
The
sounds like
whole thing with the
that just sounds sketch to me.
yeah, the cameras, you can do a lot with cameras, like render detectors
Yeah.
specifically. But because now it's limited to like friends only, like there's really like no there's no incentive there at all anymore to
Oh
like
yeah,
do
I see. Yeah, I remember
interesting
that.
stuff.
They limited. Yeah, you're right. They limited their friends because I have an old
Hmm.
avatar that's really laggy now, so I can't use it anymore. But it was made by Nave, and it's when I was in a role play, I was a detective, and I have
Oh yeah.
I have a notepad, and I can actually take a pencil and write on it. But other people can write on it too in real time. So they just took their finger and they could draw
Yeah.
on it, and I could go up to people and I can like put on your face and it like blotches, you know what I mean? Like it takes like a picture of your face. So like it was really
Yeah.
cool and people are like, "Holy crap, that's really cool." And then it got patched that only friends can see it, so like only people on my friends list can see it. And then it's, I didn't even use the avatar as much because it's just like, "Oh, no one can see this cool thing anymore unless you're on
Hmm.
my friends list." And now the avatar is just really laggy. Like it cuts the FPS in the whole world to like 12 for whatever reason. But yeah, like that just sucks, man. Like I feel like a lot of cool avatars and stuff like that just sort of get like nerfed. I feel like you make a lot of cool animations, and then like every time VRChat updates, it's like, oh nope, this animation's broken now. Like you just got to like figure it out to fix it, or it's just not worth the time anymore.
Yeah, the biggest change that's like I think affected the most people is the was when Final AK broke.
Mhm.
They essentially broke like just I don't know, some interaction with like the main script that you need for it to function on an avatar. Um, and like you can kind of work around it, but
Mhm.
it you can't get the same functionality out of it. Uh, like you could like reparent things around your armature, like move the same prop from your hand to your back. There was a lot, like it can go way deeper. Um, but that's all gone now. I know a lot of people that were super deep into that. Really smart, coming up with a lot of like cool, like creative, like inventory systems
Yeah, I remember.
or two-handed weapons, stuff like
I
that.
remember some people had avatars where if you hold like an animation for 5 seconds, they could switch between like 20 different like guns and weapons and like spawn stuff in their hands, and go like even beyond. Like I knew a person that had they were deaf and they had hand gestures, but they had more than just 5. It had like 20, so they could like
Mm-hmm.
do all these like hand signs so they could
Yeah.
communicate with players. And now it's broken because of the network IK. It's just like, oh, okay, this person can't communicate with anyone anymore. It's like, oh, so it's like, I don't know. I just feel like every time this game gets updated, just like we're getting more and more restricted in what we can do. And I feel like that's what like VRChat's still a popular game. It gets 6,000, 8,000 players, but I feel like the incentive to build things and be creative is very it's not happening anymore. Like people just do stuff for fun for themselves or for their friends, and that's about it.
Well, yeah, it doesn't help that their focus seems to be 100% on worlds too, when the majority of the player base uh,
It's
like
avatars and
doesn't create worlds.
yeah.
Yeah, they either make avatars or they use avatars, and then they happen to go to worlds, so check out worlds.
Well, I feel like worlds are even still
But
restricted because of we don't have the dev tools, and they just keep telling
yeah,
us to like wait for
yeah,
Udon. So
yeah, yeah. I've never really gotten that deep into worlds um because I've just been waiting for Udon, waiting for Udon, waiting for Udon. It's been
over a
literally
year.
almost 2 years now,
Yeah, almost 2 years. Yeah.
since I first heard about the first version of it,
Playmaker.
like
Yeah.
Playmaker. Yeah, I even bought. Never used that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and that brings me into the I am working on a world though with zombie,
Mhm.
phage dragon, uh, uh, a couple others like Wi-Fi, uh,
Mhm.
Jakobsen.
The boys.
Um, and it's like yeah, actually in the next like 2 days, I think this Friday, we'll have like a little prologue map come out.
Mhm.
It'll be called Dead Station.
Oh, I heard about that.
Uh, yeah, Dead Station. I forget the name of the ship, but
Ishimura.
it's the prologue to the rest of the game that
Is it like Dead
we'll be
Space,
working on.
or is it like your own custom thing?
Kinda. It's kind of like Dead Space, but it's
Okay.
it's our own. Yeah, it's our own thing. We're designing like characters
Hey man,
and things.
you can
I
enter
don't want to spoil.
your stuff. You can enter it for that contest and get a $50 coupon, dude.
I can't wait.
Yeah, exactly.
Get a VR chat mug and shirt, and maybe half
Woo!
of a hat if I have some money left over.
Yeah.
And the
Yeah, I
coupon.
got a VR chat shirt. I got it for free though. Easy clap.
Oh damn.
Yeah. Got it for my birthday. Ron gave it to me. He was like, "Here's a shirt." I was like, "Nice." But I don't know. I'll give you an example of someone or like a thing that happened last year, like with Mr. Whiskers. You remember that event?
No.
All right, Mr. Whiskers was a thing run by like Gunter, one of the devs, and pretty much in select maps.
Mm-hmm.
I felt like I had a really poor launch because they did it on April Fool's, so everyone thought it was just like a meme. But it turned into an actual thing. Pretty much what happened was when he went to avatar testing, there'd be these weird markings on the wall that said like Mr. Whiskers was here or whatever. And if you followed the clues, it told you to go to the Great
Uh.
Pug. And then you do the things around the Great Pug, like switch the glasses around and pour water into shit and do all this weird stuff. And it opens the
Mm-hmm.
basement. And then you go to the basement and it takes you to a secret world, which is like a single player a world where you it's like a parkour map kind of thing. It's like very simple puzzle map.
Mm-hmm.
And then you do that, you go to Gaia Night, and then Gaia Night's all weird, and you have to like it's like a scavenger hunt. You had to go all the way around Gaia Night and find these keys, and you open this portal. You go to, like the Matrix and shit. It was like what the hell is going on in this game? Like the game got like way more in depth because it had like all these secrets on these maps, and yeah, like it just basically the guy Mr. Whiskers like blew up and like got really popular because it would just advertise like all these cool things in these maps and like and then but what
Mm-hmm.
ended up
I think I
happening
remember that actually. Like, grew.
during the fourth map the whole thing got bugged out. Like the whole like triggers and everything broke. So like everyone, you couldn't complete the map, so you couldn't figure out the next clue, and people were pissed off for like weeks because you couldn't advance to the next clue. And then eventually got patched
Hmm.
like months later, and then nobody cared, which is unfortunate. And then eventually at the
Yeah.
very end, you fight Mr. Whiskers like a boss battle and shit, and it was kind of cool. And that was the Mr.
Hmm.
Whiskers event. But that was a cool event. Like it was. I feel like it was kind of poorly executed by some of it, but like I feel like the whole experience was kind of cool. But that was like one thing. That was last year. There's no thing for this year
Yeah.
because it got people together. I remember I streamed it with like a bunch of friends, and there was like 30 of us on Gaia Night running around the whole map, scouring everywhere, looking for hidden buttons and like looking for clues, and you had to use your brain to like figure out these like problems and clues and all this stuff. Like, oh yeah, and then there's like a map. You go into a mansion, and then like you did all this stuff, and it was a lot of fun. And like I just feel like there's none of that this year. There's just like whatever. Sleeping
Hmm.
Worlds.
Yeah. Yeah. Mirror worlds, sleeping worlds, chill worlds.
I mean that it goes back to my original
Apparently, where I've
point.
spent my time.
It goes to my original point here, right? Which I talked about earlier, where it's like there's no incentive for people to make cool worlds because you get nothing out of it, right? Because you spend like 100 hours. Let's say you make like a horror map, right? You make a really cool horror map. It's more or less just like a pet project. You don't get money out of it. You don't get advertisement from the devs or anything like that. They don't advertise anything.
Hmm.
You don't get anything out of it. If you make avatars, you can sell avatars. You sell the base, you sell the model, you sell the work. You get your $50, $100, whatever. For a world, you get nothing out of it unless you set up a Patreon or if you grow your own community and have friends that give you money to support you, and that's about it. Like that's why most people
Yeah.
make
I think.
make chill worlds because there's no incentive. Like why build anything bigger than a box and just like a mirror and like a little setting? There's no incentive. And most people who make adventure maps, you play it once and you just don't care anymore. Like what was that one place called?
Hmm.
Crap. It was an adventure map that was advertised earlier this year. So like in the New York map, the Times Square, it had an advertisement. I forget what it's called. It's like a Skyrim map. It was like all built,
Hmm.
and it was an adventure map that took like 2 hours. You had to do
Yeah.
quests, and then you're like a
I remember
Viking
that.
or whatever. Yeah, that map. Everyone's played that
The one with
map.
the rats, or
Yeah, something like that. And like you play it once, and that was it. So the guy like spent probably a year on that, and people played it one time and didn't care. And he like
yeah.
it's the same thing. I give examples. Like I talk about this a lot, but it's a classic good example is the Volt Club. Volt Club, not Void. Volt was being made for 2 years. He released it. People cared about it for like
Oh
maybe a
yeah.
month.
Digi worked on that for a long time.
Yep, and then now it gets like 5 players. He gets nothing out
Yeah.
of it. Like sure, I think he had a Patreon, and people support him on there, but like the map, there's no longevity for maps. There's nobody cares anymore. Like the only map that like has viewers is those Chill
Yeah,
Worlds,
and the
the Great
problem is,
Pug.
yeah, even though there are the ratio of map creators to everyone else is really low, it gets really saturated pretty fast.
Yeah,
It's hard to find the good worlds. And the ones that do get like showcased or whatever will be like they'll I don't know. I think they just sort of like I don't know. They're in this weird position where yeah, everyone's gone through it, everyone's seen it, it's done, and then it just sits on the showcase for a month or two, maybe longer.
yeah.
Um, like how many times has the murder map been updated? I played the first one, played it so much, and got so burnt out on it because there was nothing else to do at the time that I haven't really
There's Murder 2
like
and there's Murder 3 now.
bothered to check out the rest of the updates. Yeah, it has like new weapons and stuff, right?
The
Something
second
like
one
that.
was just like a redefinement of the first map because the first map you can't go
Hmm.
anymore, I don't think. And then the third one is on like an island, but I don't like it because like you can't hide anywhere. There's like everyone runs at the same speed, so if you just like camp in the spawn, you can just shoot the killer like a mile away. So there's no I don't like that one. I feel like the second one was a good because it's a building, it's a house, so it's like very close quarters. You can hide behind walls and stuff like that, and rooms, and like, hide in cupboards. And the third one,
Hmm.
you can't hide anywhere. You just run around in a circle, and there's rocks. That's about
Yeah.
it. It's like a beach, so it's very awkward. But like that's like the only game mode that still gets relevant is Jar's murder map, and then the Great Pug. It's always a favorite, and then the box. But whatever, it's the box, dude. I don't really count that as a world. The number one world is
Yeah.
actually Room in the Rain, but I don't like that world simply because when you go to like those chill and sleeping worlds, they're always pushed to the very top because of player count. But the problem is when you click on those worlds, it says like
Hmm.
400 players are in private, and then like 10 worlds are 400 people are in a private instance, and then 10 people are in a public. So why is it number one? If I want to like go and socialize, but like you can't access to any of those worlds, so what the hell's the point?
Yeah, I feel like only the yeah, only probably only the public instances should be accounted for.
Exactly, because
I
it
don't know what the
pushes
point of
it.
showing
Yeah,
all those is.
it pushes all these like all these like chill worlds and sleeping worlds
Yeah.
to the very top. So that means that when you first start up this game, you look and it's like, oh, Room in the Rain. You join and it's 20 people in a room and you can't hear or talk to anybody because like the room's so small. I can talk and everyone can hear you. So like, what the hell? That's why like the Pug is like a good example of a good world because it has different levels. There's a lot of space. You can go all over the place. It isn't filled with
Hmm.
mirrors except for like the one little corner. Like that's a prime example of a good map. Or like the Black Cat is another pretty good world.
Yeah.
I just feel like I don't know. I feel like the game went from more of a public game to a private. And obviously there's a lot of reasons for that, cancer avatars and people being, negative and toxic and all that stuff. But I just feel like there's just no incentive to like make anything in this game besides just very simple chill worlds, and then everyone's just like wait for Udon. And it's
Hmm.
like okay, and then avatars are getting limited all the time, like you just said, with the jetpack stuff and animations breaking every like 2 days. So it's like,
Hmm. It was funny. We actually um I probably didn't say this, but 'cause we're trying to keep it a little bit of a secret. But like, you can copy an old build of BR the entirety of the game. You can still play it. So
wow,
well,
I'm
you
not
still
surprised
have
about
some
that.
fun until it doesn't work anymore.
I'm not surprised about that. Yeah, like they're all the build orders or like build numbers or whatever. So technically, you
Hmm.
could be in an old version of the game.
Yeah.
Can you go back to 2017?
You can't go back that far. Just maybe the last build.
Oh, okay.
Um, I'm
Okay.
not even sure how long you could stay connected to. Um, yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure what happens if you keep using an old build of the game.
Mhm.
But yeah, you can do that. Just
If
fine.
you,
You'll be like phantoms if you join public worlds. No one will see you.
yeah,
But
yeah, yeah. Because yesterday, I forgot. I thought I updated, but I didn't. But so I was in the old build, and the jetpack still worked. And then when I uploaded or updated, it broke. But like, I could only see half the world that I was in because people were
hmm
in the old version, some people in the new version. So yeah, I
I
get what
don't
you
know if
mean.
did you see Merlin's like Iron Man flying?
No, I didn't see that. He had the giant
This
iron.
is like the coolest thing I've seen in like months, maybe even the last year. Like he went through um like the setup for it with retro geo helpful.
Mhm.
But he set up the whole like the chair. Uh, I can't get into it because I don't think they want the
Yeah, this
like
stuff. Yeah.
the details of how it works
Yeah, I get what you
um
mean.
to get out there.
I think I saw a
But
preview on it.
basically, he's like his own. The whole avatar is like physically based. Like there's gravity applied to him, and each one of the thrusters on his hands and feet like apply. by force. So if
Oh.
you like using fist on left or right hand, because the gestures are split, you can like use the thrusters and point them in different directions, and it'll like apply the force in that direction. You can
Mhm.
fly around like like Iron Man, and it's actually amazing.
It
I
doesn't
love
work
it so
anymore.
much, and it's like the one thing I miss more than anything. No, it doesn't.
Oh.
It's the same. Uses a lot of the same stuff, but just went more in depth with it.
Feels bad, man.
Yeah,
Fun detected.
and actually with the same system, you could like make Spider-Man webs and like pull yourself around.
I swear at
Like
ne
being
at
able to turn yourself into a physics object.
on New Year's this year, I remember I met one of the I think he's like the leader of like the Spider-Man layer or whatever. I forget his name. I haven't matted.
Oh, the Discord,
Yeah,
Bronx.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, he showed me it. He could like he was swinging around the whole map. I was like, what
yeah,
the hell? I was like,
yeah. You
what?
can just do that with full body too. It's hilarious.
I was like, what?
Actually, yeah, there's something I was messing with. One sec. I loaded.
Yeah.
So this is like this still worked. I don't know what how the audio is though, but
Oh
it
shit.
anchors to the world. So this is like the closest I've gotten to
Oh yeah.
like
Yeah, but can you pull
something with some
yourself?
arms. No, I was getting to that, but when it got patched out,
Shit.
not a real point in. I mean, maybe I will if I'm
Hold
using
on.
the old build, but
Hold on, can you do that again? Cause the camera couldn't see it. Now they can see.
oh yeah.
So yeah, it
So
anchors to like the wall where he's pointing at, and then the next step would be able to pull himself towards
mhm,
it.
yeah,
But it got patched out. Unless you find out. I feel
I
like that's.
broke with it too.
I feel like the VR chat is like you have to keep everything a secret because anytime you like try and release it or like show people, it's like, uh
Yeah,
oh,
that's a big
now
thing.
now it's patched. It's like, GG, you know.
Yeah.
So
Cool.
yeah, that's how I feel about this game. Sometimes it's like that's why a lot of the avatars and stuff that you have are like it's a kept secret. Like a lot of people don't want to like give out like the zoom in shaders and like the all the crazy shit and whatever in this
Mhm.
game because it's like the moment it gets out, then someone's gonna try and patch it.
Yeah, it's funny. Like, some of my friends have come across some like pretty like crazy shit that could be used for like really malicious
Oh
stuff.
yeah.
Like they've reported it, but
Mhm.
there are also like a couple things that are super useful and interesting that they just had to play with for a while. Um, and for one reason or another, like they'll probably tell someone on the dev team about it, or like
Mhm.
there are a couple things I know that even like my friends won't tell me that they just keep to themselves. They don't want to lose it.
Damn. Well, I feel like if the devs weren't like there always like if it's something malicious where like someone's like there to like fuck with the game internally, then yeah, I would say patch it. But if it's something that's like a cool idea, like the jetpacks or whatever, or slinging as Spider-Man, then I don't see any issues with that. I feel like the devs should be like, okay, that's a cool idea, just let it go. Like, who cares? If it's something that's like actually like gonna like viruses or steal your account or avatars, then yeah, I would say that yeah, that's not proper. But if it's just something that's a cool idea, being able to fly around as Iron Man and whatever, then I think
Hmm.
there's nothing wrong with that. I don't think you should limit people based on because oh you did something that's not intended, but like. It's not breaking it, you know what I mean? I feel like the devs are always just worried. They're like, if you don't
Hmm.
play around with our rules, then it's like you could be using this for some unknown cause.
Oh yeah, and when this update rolled out, the normal chairs broke. Like they're completely broken now. And like there was in like our friend CV instantly put up a post on Canny, like fix the goddamn chairs. Like in your attempt to remove like our fun, you completely broke the fucking chairs. Good job.
I'm not surprised, my man. Every time this game gets updated, like 20 things break. I always tell my streammates the same thing. Something breaks. One of my cool, I have a cool avatar. You know Miko? Miko 27.
Mm-mm.
Okay, he makes a lot of cool stuff. He was the one that helped
Mm-hmm.
make like the detective avatar of drawing with Nave. Nave did the shader. He did the avatar. But I have when I
Oh,
was doing the waifu hunting thing, which I did like earlier this year, um, I still have the avatar. I don't think it would work anymore really, but pretty much when the chairs came back, I had an idea and I told them like, hey, could you make this? Pretty much, it's a Pokemon Go avatar. I can show it, but I'm not gonna play the animation. Oh, I mean I could. It fucks up. So we're gonna see what happens now if I
mm-hmm.
use it. Um, where is it? I don't know if it'll work. Just just don't click the chair because I think it's gonna fucking destroy your avatar. So I wouldn't be surprised. But you see that green thing? Hold on, let me turn this off. You see that
Yeah.
the green thing? So when you when do like this animation here, which is Fro, I could like summon people
Oh shit.
and I can catch people. So like if you sat, the green circle is a chair, and what ends up happening is if you
Mm-hmm.
sit in it, I can actually catch you and you actually go in the Pokeball. And I actually carry you around, and like you're invisible, like you're actually in the
That's funny.
Pokeball, but actually the trick is you're actually just in the floor, like 50 feet under. But then I can walk around, and I can just be like do 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 do
Mm-hmm.
do, and then I can just be like I choose you, and then I actually summon you as a Pokemon.
That's funny.
So when I was doing the waifu hunting, I would capture like waifus and stuff like that, and then I would like initiate Pokemon battles and stuff. But the reason why it's broken is because when people sit in the chair now, you get stuck. Like you actually can't move. Like if you jump off the chair, your avatar's just stuck, like frozen. And you can't. If you respawn, doesn't work. It doesn't do anything. The only way to fix it is I have to take you
Oh.
to another chair, and then you have to sit on another chair to fix yourself. And there is another chair on the avatar itself. Like there's two chairs to try and fix it. Still doesn't work. So I don't know. The avatar's fucked now. Rip fun.
Mm.
So yeah.
Was that when did that break?
Months ago, not just recently, like a
Mm.
while ago. Cause like when you sit in the
Yeah.
chair, I can spawn another chair. It's a red button, and people can't touch it. Like they can't grab it. Some people can, some people can't. So and what ends up happening is like people freak out and start yelling at me like, "My avatar's broken!" And then I have to like take them. They have to sit in the chair, and then cause like when you're sitting in a chair, I can move you around. Like you just and then I can I take you to like a
Mm-hmm.
chair pre-existing in the world, and then you sit on that chair, and then you fixed. Or it's either you do that or you leave the world. That's only two ways of like freeing yourself.
Huh.
Because what ends up happening is everyone's like,
That's
"Oh,
cool. That's
that's
really creative.
cool," and then they start like spamming it, and then like everybody like it's stuck. Like half the world is just like stuck frozen. They're like, "Dude, he's hacking. He froze my avatar." So yeah. But that was something that was cool that I could like I'm the only one who has that in Miko, so like we could run around and I can like capture people, and then like people are like freaking out because they're like, what the hell, you just stole that person, because I'm not catching Pokemon, I'm catching people. So like it's kind of like Team Rocket, I'm just like stealing people, and then I'm using them in those like Pokemon, and because they can still use their animation, so they can pull out their weapons, they can breathe fire or whatever the hell they're doing on their
Mm-hmm.
avatar. So like you literally become my Pokemon. It's funny. But yeah, it's just broken now, so sucks.
Mm-hmm. Damn. I don't know how many I can find are broken.
That's just the way I feel
Mm,
about VR chat. I just feel like there's no communication
yeah.
between the players and the devs, because anytime something cool comes up, they're just like, "Yo, shut this down."
Mm-hmm. Yeah. There's not a lot of communication at all. I mean, you can like we have talked directly to them. A lot of us do pretty often. Um, but usually it doesn't make too much of a difference because I don't know, I guess these decisions are somewhat executive or. are made as a group.
Mhm.
So just talking to a couple of the devs or one of them isn't really gonna make much different. Like when the whole particle update came out, like we were pretty adamant with a couple of devs, like you need to roll this back because if you limit everyone in the game like this harshly with particles, it's not gonna work out.
Oh
And it ended up
yeah.
like being completely broken. So pretty much most particle systems were just completely shut off.
Yeah, I remember what you mean
Which
because
eventually they rolled back the whole
the
thing.
the the dancers had the particles and they would like dance with the particles and go like shh, like whatever. They would dance off those particle
Mhm.
effects. I remember like it was like anything that's cool in this game, like everyone just like does the same thing. But like a lot of dancers were using the particles to like dual things with dances and stuff like that. But when they limited the particles, it ruined the
Oh,
whole thing.
were those the GPU ones?
Yeah, I think those are the GPU particles. So like it lagged because there's just so many
The
particles.
the camera update broke that because
Okay.
that used the render text.
Oh yeah, and then like animations don't work in mirrors. They used to.
Yeah, yeah, they didn't, then they did, then they didn't. Like, I
Yeah.
think there was like one update in between where they might have worked to some degree.
Mhm.
A lot of weird things like not being able to see uh material changes in the mirror. And yeah, animation.
Yeah.
Odd, like little
Yeah.
mirrors used to be a whole lot worse.
Yeah, it's because when you make a world and you add a mirror to it, it's automatically set to like 8 anti-aliasing and like a bunch of crap on it for like no reason. So like if you turn on anyone's mirror, like
Yeah,
it halves your FPS if not more. And
every layer turned
yeah,
on.
yeah, because you're supposed to turn it down to 1. Like you don't need like 8 anti-alias, you only need 1. And I watched a lot of tutorials like Jet Dogs, and he says like, dude, just turn it to 1. Like most people have it on 8. That's why like most worlds are so unoptimized because people don't know how to do lighting and rendering and baking. People just upload a map, stick a directional light, and
Hmm.
then like call it a day. But like there's
Yeah.
shadows and real-time lighting, and it's calculating those shadows every second. So like that's why the game's so laggy. But if you pre-bake a world, it's so much more optimized. That's why when I made Presentation Plus, I could have 40
Yeah.
people in there, no problem, because I baked the whole world. I took the time. It took me like it takes like 20 minutes to bake the world, but it's worth it. If you have a massive world, it takes like hours to bake. But that's part of making worlds
Hmm.
and making the game optimized.
Yeah.
That's why most like multiplayer games don't have shadows in them, or like most like MMOs and stuff. They don't have shadows because it's just too much data. But if it's like a single player game, they don't really
Yeah.
care because it's just one player. You don't have to render every other player and they're all their shadows. I mean, like I guess for single player you have like all the AI running around, but that's why like most single player games have levels. You go through a cave and then once you go outside, you go like that's why like I guess like Skyrim and stuff kind of are like if you really think about it, it's like they have render distance in Minecraft and stuff where like they only render like
Yeah, there's
actually a
lots of like
kilometer.
melodies. Oh,
Yeah. But so do you want to show anything in terms of like an avatar or a world?
um, yeah.
I don't know if
I could see if I could. Actually, I probably should have asked before I hopped on, but I can ask him real quick if we can show you like at
mm,
least the locomotion in the world. That's really cool.
you mean just like the walking and stuff, moving around?
No, we have zero G.
Oh,
Hammering, like grabbing the walls and going off.
oh, does that use like
Fun.
the
Like
the climbing mechanic?
yeah, it's all phase dragon stuff. He's the one who originally
Ah,
did
I see.
like the or at least like the really clean version you see around that has physics. I don't. I know there were a lot of climbing maps out that didn't have physics. That was somebody else's. pretty good, I
Yeah,
believe.
Cyan Laser uploaded a prefab for climbing, and he gave it to a bunch of his friends, and like within like a week, like 20 climbing maps came out. A lot of them are just generic, just like climb a wall and then like just climb to the top of a thing, and some are kind of like, well, there's now a platformer, but then the climb maps kind of died down because they got repetitive, and the only one that
Hmm.
was cool was the one where it has obstacles. You have to like dodge, like fire and crap coming at you. Or most people played the one where you reach it's like you have to climb like 10,000 meters, like Mount Everest, and it takes like 5 hours to beat the map. Yeah, a lot of people played that one. I didn't. I only played like it for an hour because I was just like, I ain't wasting 5 hours of my life to climb a map. So
Yeah,
there's one world that was
I'm just
kind of cool.
messaging a
Uh,
zombie right now.
yeah. It's called like Lunar's End. It's a horror map, but it also has climbing mechanics in it. So you have to like disable the security system,
Hmm.
and then like you have to actually like dodge lasers and stuff. It's kind of hard. So there's definitely some cool mechanics in certain worlds.
Oh, okay, it looks like the map is broken at the moment because they're working on things.
Okay, that's no problem. It's always next time.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I think we've been going for just over an hour ish into this, close to an hour in
Mm.
this interview. Usually I run for about an hour. So, do you have anything you want to bring up,
Hmm.
talk about? Um, Anything you're working on?
Uh,
I know there's a spooky
no,
map,
not really. Just wanted to.
but
Yeah, I
anything
just wanted to
personally?
mention that.
Like, is there a meme factor coming up? Is there anything?
Um, that might be. That's kind of like indefinitely on hold at the moment.
Feels bad, man.
Because like I'm busy with school
Same.
and a lot of other people. And the big problem is like not everyone has the same amount of drive anymore. Mostly because like what we can do, like the a lot of us are just kind of burnt out, I guess, because there's only so much you can do.
Mhm.
Um, and the way I don't know, it's hard to put like we were starting on we were this was like bold as hell, but we wanted to completely recreate the Star Wars prequel movies, but
Oh
with
shit.
nothing but like default avatars,
Oh yeah.
and we'd have like 30, 40 people like voicing characters, and it'd be like scuff as hell on purpose. It'd be absolutely terrible, and
Mhm.
it'd be like almost 2 hours long or an hour ideally, but like we'd have to scrunch things down. But like we had, I think, um, we had, I think, like most of like maybe half the people from Meme Vector from the last two ones,
Mhm.
I think, working on it. We were all uh writing up, dialogue, going through like watching all the movies,
Mhm.
uh, coming up with how we're gonna do all our scenes, and it was so much work, and like getting into it, I was like, damn, like we're gonna put all this effort in. It's gonna be like scuff as hell, but it'll be funny. But like it's so many hours, and like I have school. Like some people have jobs, other people had school there, and it was
Yeah.
like do we spend the time on this? Like finish it, and then by the time Meme Factor rolls around, will there even be anyone else? Like, or will we just all show up and we'll just do this, and that'll be like it'll be some special thing we'll do.
Yeah.
And I don't know, it just started losing drive,
Yeah. When you have really big,
getting too
ambitious
ambitious.
projects like that, I could definitely see it not working out. But I feel the same way with like
Mm-hmm.
personal projects I've done and things I've done in VR chat in terms of a streamer or just personal stuff. Like a lot of times I always
Mm-hmm.
think of these big broad ideas, but at the end of the day you start working on it, it's just too much time and effort, and That's why I made my own set here. It's very simple. Like obviously I could make this world 10,000 million times better. I am way better at making worlds than this, but I wanted to make something really simple to get the ball rolling, to get an idea across.
Yeah.
Cause you know, at the end of the day, I feel like people are too. They think they have to make this huge, massive thing to like get anywhere in VR chat or or anything. Like
Hmm.
you just start small. Like you start a simple set like this, and then as time goes on, you work on it and you just add to it. I feel like if you wanted to do like your Star Wars movie, you should have maybe done something a little more simpler. Like maybe just like an episode of I don't know something else. It's like a 30-minute thing or something like that, or 10-minute video or something like that. A lot shorter, and then move on from
Hmm.
there and get bigger and bigger. You don't.
Yeah, we were trying to. It could have been done, but yeah, like honestly, Inner Flash was like the main person who was super
Yeah,
motivated for that.
and you worked on
And some
the
of us were just kind of like,
good, the bad, the ugly.
yeah, we can do this now.
Yeah, he worked on that
Yeah,
one, and he
that was
did
great.
the Howard the Alien run,
Um,
right?
no, that was um, oh man, Speed Dragon.
Oh,
I
okay.
mix them up with Phase Dragon because their names are
Yeah, yeah.
similar.
But yeah, like I feel like this you should just focus on those smaller ideas, like just like a 2 or 3 minute animation, just randomest memes.
Mm-hmm.
I remember the one where like you get the one where you go into the devs, you just like watch out, I got a crasher gun and shit. Like all the devs are all like on the meeting. It was just funny. I don't know. That's
Oh yeah, that was cheese. Cheese is the one.
that's just so you just I don't know those simple ones. I think they get the joke, and I don't know
Yeah.
those
See,
ones.
that was the like quality we were going for every scene. Like super simple, really dumb, crappy voice acting, but just like an hour, like too long. Like it's
Yeah,
just an absurd amount of time.
a lot of them are shit posty. Like what was a black VR pill? That one too. This is like
Oh yeah, that was Weird Fox one. Yeah.
yeah. I don't. I feel like you guys could
He
obviously
had like a
make like way bigger animations, but I think the simplistic stuff like that is what you should start with. Just dumb little
mhm,
ideas like that.
yeah.
I don't know. I just wish that
Honestly, I'd obviously like to keep Meme Factor going,
yeah,
but
busy and
the yeah,
sensitive.
when I'm less busy and if everyone else
That's
has
why I thought
the same
about
motivation.
2 months ago, I did an art contest. So I gave $400 of my own money to like a bunch of artists, for like have a contest, and whoever I
Hmm.
liked won, top three people. Um, I would like to do that with like animations or avatars in VR chat. So I would like to like put up like my own money, or I don't know,
Hmm.
raise Twitch money or something to like be like, hey, here's $1,000. Whoever has the best just animation, doesn't have to be memes, just animation, wins $500. Second
Hmm.
place gets 300 or whatever, you know?
Yeah. Also,
'Cause-
another problem with Meme Factor was like finding new people who
yeah.
weren't like super intimidated, obviously,
Mhm.
because like with Inner Flash and like me and Cheese, Yakubin,
Yeah, 'cause they're
like
just like
anyone who
they saw those
yeah
animations. They're just
they'll watch the video
yeah,
of yeah, they'll go watch it, they'll see like they might get like super intimidated, but like we did have new people who came on, and even like if it was simple, like it was still funny, it was
yeah.
like it was worth the time 100%. So it was hard kind of like I guess convincing people that like yeah, it's a contest, but also like have fun. You don't have to like come up here to
Same thing with
win
like
or
talent
like
shows. Yeah.
yeah, like I wasn't the one that I the train one that I did. I wasn't trying to like I just did that one for fun. I was like, oh, what if I did some cute like go through like a short history of the art chat or
Yeah.
something. Uh,
Dude, those
and
those
like
Pepe hands, man. That
um
that made everyone cry internally. Because it's like, look at all these old memes, look at these people having fun, and it's just like, now if you made like a version of 2019, it's just sleeping.
Hmm.
It's just like, what, what's happened in 2019? I don't even know. Like, what happened this entire year? Where's the good
Yeah,
memes?
not just in VR chat. They're like, why are people sleeping on Twitch? What's up with
Fucking,
that?
I don't know, dude. I don't know. I just leave them be. It's whatever, man. If I'm gonna laugh when
Yeah.
someone gets partner by sleeping. It's just like, it's just gonna be like, how'd you get your
Yeah, that'd
partner?
be great.
I slept 10 hours a day, and people paid
Yeah,
me
it's
money.
hard work. Full-time job.
Yeah, full time sleeping.
Full-time stream. Full-time sleeping.
Sleeper, man. Resident sleepers, man. All their emails are just gonna be variations of sleeping. But yeah. Anyway, any last minute things you want to talk about, like just really quickly? Yeah. Also, like if you want to shout out your Twitter,
Um,
YouTube, Patreon, whatever you got.
yeah, it's all Graelyth, Twitter at Graelyth, Patreon, Graelyth, YouTube, Graelyth. Actually, one thing I've been like wanting to start on probably once I'm like further um education, like maybe a couple months later. I'll start hang out like I have this Zim model.
Mhm.
Like I'm pretty much almost done with like I have like three characters, Zim, Gur. I can kind of bust that out now, I guess. I've been wanting to like do um like just do like a couple characters from a franchise or something,
Mhm.
and then just kind of put them out for free, um, specifically for the arcade or whatever they want to use it for. Or, too small.
Yeah. See, look, that
Yeah.
sits you perfectly. Hold on, your feet are in this
Yeah.
chair, whatever. It's close enough. But yeah, like, so you working on these three avatars, and they're gonna be done eventually.
Yeah, I'm pretty close. Yeah, I got a model Zim's tongue. That's it.
Oh, nice. Yeah,
Just
that's
like one
nice.
little thing I
Yeah.
forgot to. They've got all their animations and things. Yeah. I'm not gonna have this TV on here when I put
Oh
it
yeah.
out, but I got but that one. Put my suit on, get all cozy.
Oh yeah. Oh my god. Isn't this from SpongeBob?
Yeah, the TV is
Dude, I swear
for the show.
SpongeBob is just full of like sexual innuendos, dude. When you're an adult and you just watch that, you're like, okay, dude. As a kid, you're just like, haha, it's funny.
This would be like a nice image to end on. Can you get the camera right up on that?
Well, I can't move. Like the cameras are always this way, so I just physically just look at my face. You know what I mean? My eyeballs.
Okay. Yeah, let me get on top of anything here.
Oh, you can get on top of this. These buttons
Just
have collision on them right here.
oh oh okay, perfect. Can't really place it right, but there you go.
Actually, if you put on the host, hold on. There, camera on host, and then I turn this back on here.
That work?
Yeah. now, now people are just staring at the TV. Yeah, there you go.
There you go. Perfect.